Hi guys, I got something new for you, and it is a bit of a surprise, and I thought I'd give you a little bit of early notice, and that is we have a new trial coming up, and it is a rewatch, but it is a rewatch that is really pertinent to something that's happening in the community right now. Bit of a trending topic. Um, some people have been talking a lot about one lady, and her name is Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Yeah, so she has just come out of jail, out of prison actually, after 8 years of her 10-year sentence. And I brought her up on Hearsay for Days the other day because she's been trending all over the Twitters, all over the TikToks, all over everything. And when I brought her up, actually, some new people came into chat just to talk about her. And a few people in the chat were really interested in this topic. And it made me think, well, you know what? I wonder why no one has been actually having a look at the trial that happened back 8 years ago. Well, no one in our space anyway, the one that uh, the people that we generally watch have been doing. So yeah, I just thought it was a bit strange. Anyway, I was talking to Bill Hammer, and he said, "No, I haven't seen anybody streaming it, and maybe there's some true crimers out there who have been looking at it, but there's been a lot of gossip and a lot of talk about how since she's gotten out, and it's only been about a week or so, she's really been celebritized. So she has paparazzi following her everywhere. She's getting on TikTok, and she's got a book coming out, and she seems to have become very popular. Um, but she is convicted of matricide. But there's a bit more to it than that. So, what I wanted to do was give you guys a little bit of a heads up. I haven't actually started promoting this yet. So, if you're a member and you're watching this, you're seeing this first. If you are seeing this afterwards, once this becomes public, well, if you're a member of Excited Utterance channel, you get to see things first, and you get to plan around your schedule and work out if and when you would like to watch it. And you can also contribute to the ideas as well. So, members, please give me some feedback, especially about the content. If this is the kind of thing that you'd like to see, and when you'd like to watch it, whether or not you'd like to have some of the quizzes and things involved in this trial rewatch. If you know about it, if you have anything to say about the content, yeah, I'd just love to have your input because it's not going to be starting for a couple of days. And I'm going to just give you a little bit of insight into how it's going to run. It's only a short one, by the way. It's not like it's going to run for weeks and weeks. But yeah, I just figure we get into it now whilst it's trending, whilst people are really interested in the topic. And I'm thinking of running it at night time, thinking of running it 6 p.m. Eastern, which is about 9 a.m. Australian time. So that way people can watch it at night time and still watch live trials if they want to during the day or listen while they're at work, that kind of thing. But it can be something that you can kind of tune out and sit and relax and watch at night. If you've watched it before, it can be something that you uh, um, can chill and relax and rewatch at night. Or if you haven't been watching all day trials, then it can be something that you get right into of an evening. But if that doesn't agree with you, or if you think that's a silly idea, I want to hear about it. So, especially members, you've got a little bit of time to chat to me about that. Um, but I like to give things a go. So, why not? Let's try it out. Okay, so let me see. I've got a little bit of something to show you. Cool. So it's a sneaky peek at a new case we're covering. Now, the way Dali and I have decided to do it is I'm going to run the trial. He has some interrogation videos and things to show you in regard to this. So it's really interesting. There are two co-defendants, and basically this is the case of Munchausen by proxy syndrome. So very, very interesting, sad, but more just really curious. So this young lady, she was brought up by this mother who inflicted on her quite severe abuse, but unusual kind of abuse. She made this child believe that she was very ill, and made the child be in a wheelchair and undergo medical procedures and things like that in order to obtain benefits and sympathy and all sorts of things like that. And it's quite a rare thing. But it went on and on for a long time. And this girl, Gypsy Rose, she wasn't allowed to pursue a normal life, and until she got quite much older, and she just decided she was going to do so, and she got on the internet and started internet dating, and that's how she met her boyfriend, with whom she conspired to have her mother unalived. So the interrogations of both her and her co-conspirator, her boyfriend at the time, are extremely interesting. And Dali is actually going to start the first of those interrogations tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, I believe. So tomorrow is basically today, because you guys would be just entering daylight hours. No, you wouldn't be just yet. It's 9 p.m. my time, so it's not quite today. I'm just thinking, it's so difficult for me, but it will be, let me look. It's Tuesday now. Yeah, okay. So it'll be Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern in US time when he starts the first of those interrogations. So basically what Dali's going to do is he's going to back up the trial footage, the trial coverage, with things like interrogations and other parts of the saga. So, and there is quite a lot of footage and things like that that goes along with the trial. So that's what's going to happen there. And he's going to start, I believe, with Gypsy Rose's interrogation, and then with the boyfriend, Nick. So here's the thumbnail for the Gypsy Rose Blanchard trial coverage. And you'll see this is actually live now, but there's not much else. And I'm not going to be sharing this anywhere until probably... Yeah, I won't share it until Dali has started his interrogation videos. Reason being, you know how it works, guys. Once you start putting things out there, then you tend to get a little bit of maybe copycats, things like that. You never know. And who knows? It doesn't really matter. As it's happened before, I've said before, if I cover something or if someone else covers something, it doesn't really matter. We always cover things in a different way. So I'll always provide a different kind of chat environment, a different kind of streaming environment to somebody else. But, you know, it'd be nice to, as I've said, there's no one else in this space at the moment covering this as a rewatch, and it is a trending topic. So, I'd like to be first. That'd be nice. That'd be pretty cool. So I'm not going to put this out until Dali starts his stream tomorrow. And then really we'll probably hammer it, because it'll be starting 24 hours later. And then, we'll be getting straight into it. So it's a matricide that divided the USA. And I really mean it when I say it's divided people, because there are some people who absolutely idolize this woman. She's gotten out of prison. That when she was getting out of prison, when people knew she was getting out of prison, there was like countdowns going on. There was all these memes, all these TikTokers who were like, when she gets out of prison, I'm going to be waiting for her. When she gets out of prison, I'm going to have a party, etc. And then there were a lot of people who felt very differently about it and were like, she's a disgusting murderer. She's this, she's that. Why on earth would anyone be happy to see her getting out? So yeah, it's really caused quite a stir that she's gotten out. Not only that she's gotten out, but also that she's gotten out and there's been such fanfare about it. And this has all been in the last week or so. Now, looking back at what actually happened. So this is her mother, Dee Dee, and this is her Gypsy Rose. And remember, there's nothing wrong with her. She's perfectly healthy. Yet her mother, she convinced Gypsy Rose that she had all these illnesses. And by the way, guys, if you know more about this than I do, that's great and that's fine. I actually want to watch this trial and I want to learn all about it. And I'm not going to be like, don't give me spoilers or that kind of thing. It's cool. You know what I'm like. I like having an interactive chat. I like people talking and telling us stuff. I like people filling in the gaps. So go for your life. It's great. And I'm going to be encouraging other people who know things about this to come in. I like new faces coming in. So sure, it's great. People come in and talk about it. I want to hear as much as I can. Yeah, so we will all be learning together. Those of you who know about it will be revisiting it with us. Yeah, I don't know exactly what Dee Dee did to this poor little girl, but you can tell she absolutely did make her believe that she was ill. Apparently, she made her lie about being ill, and she made her when she didn't go about the lying, she would punish her by putting her in a room and starving her and things like that. So there was a lot of testimony about this sort of thing. But even like Ruby herself, Gypsy herself has come forth since and said, look, but she didn't deserve to be unalived because of it. She probably deserves to go to prison, like she has gone to prison for it. Yeah. So anyway, oops, let's go forward. Now, bring in the other person in this situation, and that is Nick Godejohn. And Nick Godejohn was the man who I believe was mentally disabled in some way. I'm not sure exactly how, and again, we'll find out. But she started online dating this man, and he and her came up with a plan to unalive the mother, which would basically make her free. I don't think she thought that through much further. So they decided that she would be free, and I don't know if they worked out quite what that would mean in terms of, well, what's going to happen with the mother? Like when people find her body, then what are people going to think? Yeah, so that maybe wasn't thought through quite as much, but he supposedly, well, I think it was found to be, he was convicted of doing the work of unaliving the mother, whereas she organized to unalive the mother. Now, I believe that she took a guilty plea, and and the guilty plea was in order for her to testify against this man, Nick Godejohn. Now, he was sentenced or found guilty and sentenced to life in prison without parole. She was given 10 years in prison, and as we now know, she has served 85% of her sentence and has been released on parole just now. So I think that might be part of why people aren't that happy with her. Some people aren't that happy with her because she has walked free and he is still in prison for the rest of his life. Now, again, I'm not sure why the prosecution decided that she would be allowed to take that plea and he would be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I suppose there is the fact that she was abused for so long. However, he also is mentally unwell. Maybe there could have been some other way around this. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all and understanding a little bit more about it and forming my own opinion. Okay, moving on. So,
what did the Facebook post say?
That bitch was 10.
She did say that. I made a little bit of a promo. I am hoping that people will be excited.
It's good.
To see what's going to happen. This is her now. Fun. Okay. So yeah, that's true. There was a Facebook post, and the Facebook post said that bitch is dead. And but what you saw just then was a mashup of court pieces from back then, and then interweaved with bits of footage from just in the last week. There she is, and she's very happy, obviously, to be out. She's married now. So that man that you saw, or her walking down the street with that man, she actually met him via some prison online dating system, and they got married in prison, and he picked her up from prison, and there they are walking down the street, and they're very happy together. So she's got a life to look forward to, but Nick Godejohn, not so much. That promo will be released tomorrow as well. So I'm looking forward to sharing that around, and I'm really hoping that we get a lot of new people coming along and joining us in our chats. Remember that whenever we have new people come along, I'm really hoping to then help to share some of the other things that we have to offer, and that is other channels within the MLSN network, but also really importantly, the story of Zachariah Anderson. So when we have new people here, it's just really an important thing to my heart that they stick around, not just for the good of my own channel, not just for the good of Dali's channel, not even just for the good of the channels that we are friends with, but so that the new people who are here get to learn about Zachariah and his terrible injustice. That we can't push it onto people like straight away because they need to get to know us a little bit. But yeah, when new people come along, I really want them to just get to be friends with us and maybe just have a bit of a listen to that story. So yeah, it's your first time here and you're just watching this for the first time and you're hearing me talk about Zachariah Anderson, I will just mention to you that there's a link on my About page for Free Zachariah Anderson's website. Go and have a bit of a look at his story. He was wrongfully convicted in March 2023, and he's spending the rest of his life in prison. There are many, many hundreds, there's thousands of us actually, who very much believe that he should not be in that situation, and we're working very hard to help him to secure an appeal. Anyway, that's the end of that. Ooh. Okay, so opening statements start 6 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday, 6th of December. That's USA time, and that's at the same time, right in the future, that's 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, Thursday, 7th of December. So spread the word. There might be quizzes. There may be quizzes. I don't know. It depends, guys. We'll see. We'll see how the mood is. I don't know. I have not watched this trial yet. If we can find a way to make the quizzes fun and it's not like disrespectful to the subject matter, then we'll do the quizzes. But I'll just play it by ear. I would really like to do the quizzes because when I do trial rewatches, you know, I like to do the quizzes, but we'll see. But regardless, we will do this in our way and we'll make sure that it's not too heavy. We always find ways to make this fun. So, but I am super interested in this content. Now, as per usual, I would like to just remind you all that I know that I have members that are watching this first, but if you're not a member and you're watching this later, once I release this to everybody, please consider becoming a member. I have I spend many hours working on these things, and memberships are going to be the way that I'm able to sustain the channel long term. Unfortunately, I'm fully monetized, but I'm just realizing that I'm probably going to get paid about $2 a week from YouTube monetization. So I'm really hoping that you guys stick around, my members. I'm going to be giving you heaps more content. I really would like some feedback also on the kind of things you would like from your membership. I'm planning to give you some graphics content very soon. So I'm hoping that you might give me a bit of insight into the kind of graphics content, if that interests you, that you would like. I'm thinking that Canva content might be the best thing. Lots and lots of people are using Canva, and I am able to provide all sorts of Canva content that would be useful to a lot of different people. So I can do that with a little bit of a Aussie sort of law commentary kind of bent. So I think that might be something that could be up people's alleys. So I'm going to stop blaring on at you guys now and say thank you, everybody, for watching this channel. Thank you to my members. Thank you to my subscribers. It's been an incredible December. The channel grew it doubled at least. It was just a huge month, and it's thanks to all of you. And I will see you tomorrow on Dali Talk at 4 p.m. And I will see you for the opening statements 6 p.m. Wednesday, 6th of December, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And to take you out.
What did the Facebook post say?
That bitch was tied up.
It's good. You look great. You have any plans?
Bye, guys.